apologize, but I'm going to do it one final time tonight, and I won't apologize again. I'm sorry that I upstaged you.
Being a 57-year-old retired NFL superstar worth millions of dollars, has 2 daughters and a son, works for ESPN, and you throw away your whole reputation because you wanted to go mess around with an OF model that is 30 years younger than you, bro.
Looking at you, my brother, and I say this affectionately, you might be one of the dumbest folks on the planet Earth. It said, it's yours. You're responsible for it. If I didn't want Shannon Sharpe at first take, Shannon Sharpe wouldn't be at first take.
Absolutely.
That's just how I roll.
You one of the few, Stephen A.
Right now, the internet's watching Shannon Sharpe crumble, and Stephen A. Smith isn't pulling a single punch. He roasted Shannon on national TV, spilled what really went down behind ESPN's doors, and hinted that Shannon's career might be sinking fast.
I'm going to speak to one's innocence or one's guilt about something I have absolutely positively no knowledge of whatsoever. Do I believe that Shannon Sharpe is guilty of what he has been accused of? Absolutely not. That is my personal opinion. The brother that I've come to know, I don't believe would assault anybody. And I'm going to state that emphatically. But just as emphatically, I'm going to remind everybody it is my opinion because of what I feel about him. Not in any way implying that I know a damn.
The wild part? Stephen made it sound like Shannon brought all of this on himself. This resurfaced clip of Stephen addressing the situation is everywhere. And it's not just his savage tone that's got people talking. He made it crystal clear he's not on Shannon's side, saying he doesn't think Shannon will ever bounce back after getting tangled up in shady messes. Fans couldn't help but ask,
ESPN and Disney have a wait-and-see attitude when it comes to whatever evidence they may learn about this entire situation involving Shannon Sharpe from a legal and from a civil perspective. What they didn't need, as it pertains to those two things that I just mentioned, they didn't need any definitive evidence at this particular moment in time about all of that stuff. Once all the things Shannon Sharpe's lawyer put out there, it was uncomfortable to listen to, and it was not something that Walt Disney once associated with its brand. So to have him on the airwaves while all of that stuff was put out there was not something that Disney was going to take. That is what I mean when I say I am not surprised.
is Stephen trying to bury him on purpose? Does he know about some ESPN power struggle we don't? Or is it straight up jealousy? Turns out the truth painted a way darker picture than anyone expected. Because let's be real, Shannon went from being the internet's favorite UNC to one of its biggest jokes after those back-to-back lawsuits. And after quietly settling that explosive case with of model Gabrielle Zuniga, things only got messier. Shannon ended up broke and drowning in debt. And Stephen A. Smith spotted it instantly. He went on air for 20 minutes, tearing into Shannon for wrecking his own career.
Friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. And you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about.
Sure, he tried to act supportive, but fans could see it. The man was barely hiding his smirk the whole time. In the clip, it almost felt like Stephen was low-key celebrating Shannon's downfall, watching him lose both money and respect. Crazy thing is, just months earlier, Shannon was on top of the game. After that explosive Cat Williams interview, his Club Shay Shay podcast became YouTube's most watched. By April 2025, Front Office Sports reported he was about to sign a record-breaking $100 million podcast deal, plus ESPN money and other ventures. Shannon was untouchable, or so it seemed.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a me now, so.
I don't want to be, don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the shit out of you when I see you.
Interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public.
Then came the bomb, that graphic lawsuit from of model Gabrielle Zuniga. And here's the kicker. Steven allegedly knew about it before the public did. So when he threw those shady jabs on air, he wasn't just trolling, he was speaking with receipts in his back pocket. It was obvious Shannon's ESPN days were numbered, but that was just the start. Gabrielle's opening demand, a jaw-dropping $50 million. Shannon laughed it off, calling it a straight-up money grab, and even threatened to sue her and her lawyer, Tony Busby, for extortion and defamation. On camera, he looked calm, even cocky. Then things turned dark. Disturbing audio leaked online. In one clip, Shannon could be heard making violent threats toward Gabrielle. In another, her voice shifts, sounding scared, like she truly believed he might hurt her. The internet exploded and the backlash was instant. That's when Stephen A. Smith jumped in, saying he couldn't stay quiet any longer. And he didn't hold back.
It's important to point out a couple of things. Number one, I was not there. I can provide no eyewitness account. And even though I got love and respect for Shannon Sharpe, and I'm sincerely hopeful and prayerful that he is completely innocent of the allegations that have been levied against him, I can't sit here and speak to his innocence or guilt from a knowledgeable place because I have nothing to do with this. I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything. I don't even know this person. I know what the reports say. I know the reports, the things that have been reported on a multitude of outlets, from the AP to the New York Post to Forbes to TMZ and everything in between. I mean, I can't even count the number of publications that have talked about it or written about it, networks, etc. It's all over the internet.
Considering Steven and Shannon's history, Steven was the one who helped him land his Fox gig. Fans expected him to defend Shannon or at least stay neutral. Instead, Steven's reaction told a whole different story. Steven shocked everyone when he went live, hinting that Shannon might not be so innocent after all.
Call black women gold diggers. He told his own children, that he should be the last option that they are able to call whenever they need help. He didn't even want to pay for his own, I believe it was his daughter's wedding. He was a willing participant. He was a willing participant in every single thing that he did, and I don't feel sorry for him. The universe sent him signs. Cat Williams tried to warn him. He said it takes 2 weekends. Monique tried to warn him that him now, at the age of 57, shouldn't be messing with a girl that is, 36 years younger than him? And he didn't listen. And he kept it going. And now he has lost his entire football career, basically because him and that girl had to settle for $23 million. His whole football career, he only made 22. So she got his entire Hall of Fame football career within, plus $1 million, within just a few short months.
And he didn't stop there. He flat out blamed Shannon for diving into reckless behavior that could destroy any career. Steven even bragged that you'd never catch him playing the kind of games Shannon loved. He didn't spell it out, but the subtext was loud. Shannon's well-known public flings with much younger white women. Then came the bombshell. Reports claimed Shannon agreed to settle Gabrielle's lawsuit out of court.
Get started. Obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week, and really the only thing that I really ask is, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family I know I said this coming out would overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so, as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You're done with it too. Move on. So, bro, again, I know you told me this. I don't have to apologize, but I'm going to do it one final time tonight, and I won't apologize again. I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner.
This after months of swearing he'd never pay her a dime. The exact payout stayed under wraps, but insiders whispered it might have been close to her original $50 million demand. The hit was brutal, tens of millions gone, plus sky-high legal bills. And just when Shannon thought it couldn't get worse, Gabriel popped back up with a statement, announcing she was retiring from OF, leaving fans speculating about her next move. After the settlement, Gabriel's silence spoke volumes. No statement about the case, no mention of other victims, no healing journey, nothing. Sure, she didn't owe the public an explanation, but many felt she came for the bag and left with it. Her comment about being excited for this next chapter only fueled suspicion. Did she set Shannon up? Or was the evidence so bad that he went from threatening to sue her to handing over a massive payout? Either way, for Shannon, this wasn't the end. It was the start of a brutal downward spiral. What do you think? Drop your thoughts below, like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you on the next one.